Good morning, everybody. 9 a.m., 41 degrees. It's been a long time since we've mentioned a 4 at the beginning of the temperature.
Might be
Patrick.
Since Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
And tomorrow will be warm also, then we're going to feel seasonal.
Five will be the number in front of the first number you see. Yeah, it is. We've got a 2-day stretch of mild weather, but it's also going to be windy.
Yeah, the wind is kind of ruining everything, isn't it?
Well, it ruins me. I mean, it's still it's certainly warmer, but the wind does add a little bit of a chill. But yeah, it's quite a chanch from where we've been.
You have quite the flow going on right now,
Isn't
too,
that great?
Patrick.
Just,
it's very Baywatch in winter.
I have my red shorts. Should I put them on? Should I put them on?
Well, I'll just imagine.
And
okay,
I've got
that's all right.
Okay. I've got my inner David Hasselhoff ready to go. Thank you, Melissa. Let's get to it, show you what's going on. There's the wind that we have today. Temperatures will taper down just a little bit. So will the wind this afternoon as it doesn't remain as gusty later on today, but certainly windy now. Next system we're watching is that one plowing into the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, it's coming from the Pacific Ocean, thus it's got warmer air with it. And that's why temperatures tomorrow will get close to 50. And we'll see some rain, it looks like, tomorrow night. There's the afternoon, mostly cloudy, temperatures in the upper 30s. Tomorrow morning, a little cooler. We will have some sun tomorrow, but by the afternoon, the story will be the mild air and the wind picking up a bit. Maybe not as high as today, but it will be gusty. One area that will be a little different is Chautauqua County, where the wind along the lakeshore could get close to 60 miles an hour during the day tomorrow. All right, there's kind of the long-range outlook. 30s return on Friday with some snow showers, and it'll be windy as well on Friday. Over the weekend, the weather kind of calms down a little bit. We'll see 30s on Saturday, lower 30s on Sunday, with perhaps a little light snow shower. So I'll put the shorts away and I'll come down and join you in just a few.
All right, Patrick, thank you for that. We appreciate it. Okay. 9:02 now on Daybreak. We want to get to some news this morning and breaking news that we're just hearing into our newsroom. 3 minors are in custody after a wild police chase in Niagara County overnight. Deputies spotted a stolen car just after midnight near Niagara Falls Boulevard and Nash Road. They say they turned on their sirens and the car did stop briefly, but then it took off. And the chase tore through Wheatfield, North Tonawanda, and the city of Niagara Falls, ending when the stolen car slammed into a parked car at 22nd Street and Ferry Avenue. Deputies say that 3 juveniles wearing ski masks jumped out and tried to run, but they were quickly arrested. Happening today, the federal case involving Faro strip club owner Peter Gervais will be back in front of a judge. Today's hearing is being described as a status conference, and it's scheduled to begin at 2:30 this afternoon in Buffalo. Right now, the focus is on Gervais and 5 other men who were indicted on charges of witness tampering. The federal government's accusing them of giving star witness Crystal Quinn a lethal dose of fentanyl before she could testify. Last month, there was a debate over whether the judge should release details from the grand jury proceedings, which are held in secret. Gervais's lawyers are arguing that they can't properly defend their client if they don't have the details on those proceedings. A Lockport man will spend 40 years to life in prison for a deadly shooting. Joshua Chandler was sentenced in connection with a 2023 shooting that killed Rakeem Hamilton and seriously injured another victim who was shot in the face. Chandler was convicted of second-degree murder, first-degree assault, and illegal weapons possession. In a 2 on Your Side Investigate story, documents obtained by our news team show SUNY Broome employees flagged concerns about Peyton Gendron days before the Tops mass shooting. 2 on Your Side's Sean Bickey has more.
Immediately following the Tops mass shooting, a SUNY Broome spokesperson told multiple media outlets that gunman Peyton Gendron was not currently enrolled. But documents obtained exclusively by 2 on Your Side show an academic affairs employee and Gendron's advisor discussing concerns just 8 days before the mass shooting. Gendron was not attending classes and was on track to lose his scholarship, and faculty were unable to reach him. The advisor attempting to reach Gendron and getting no response, according to college records. "Can you discuss a student quickly?" one employee asks. "No answer, no voicemail set up for Peyton," another responds. The documents do not show any further attempts to reach Gendron or his relatives in the week before the shooting. Instructors say his attendance was sporadic, with one employee personally writing to Gendron, quote, Peyton, you did not take second test. I hope you are well. Gendron received grades for assignments as recently as April 13th, though he is listed as withdrawn from courses the following day, exactly 1 month before the shooting. On your side, Sean Mickey, Channel 2 News.
Now, SUNY Broome did respond to our report saying, quote, the individual in question was unenrolled from SUNY Broome in March 2022. While one or more employees expressed concern about the individual's absence in early May, he was no longer enrolled at that point. Later today, the debate over Buffalo Public School closures will take center stage once again. Members of the school board will be at the Academy for the Visual and Performing Arts to hold what's being described as an executive session. That begins at 4. And Public School 3 and School 90 are the two schools that were recommended to close by a committee. Supporters claim that the move will help the district save money, but there's been some pushback. The final decision lies with board members, and they're scheduled to make their choice in January. And in just a couple of hours, the Claims Committee for the Buffalo Common Council will talk about a major settlement involving an incident that happened in Molly's Pub back in 2014. That's when William Sager Jr. was pushed down a flight of stairs and later died. His friend, Donald Hall, was handcuffed after he tried to help him. And a couple of weeks ago, we reported that the City of Buffalo's legal department is backing a $3.3 million settlement. Today's meeting begins at 11. And in just a few days, millions of people will start hitting the road or the skies as they travel to see loved ones for Christmas. Officials with the NFTA and the TSA want to make sure that you're prepared for a record-breaking travel period. They'll be holding a news conference at the Buffalo Airport later today at 1. They plan to talk about holiday travel tips and also everything you need to know with the Real ID rules now in effect. According to travel experts, gas prices are falling and travel does look more affordable. But with winter storms expected, you may have to pack your patience. NBC's Emily Akeda has more.
There's no place like home for the holidays, but families are hoping getting there won't be a bumpy ride in a record-setting travel season. To meet demand, airlines are adding 72,000 seats every day during the holiday rush. That's anticipated to see a staggering 52+ million passengers. American, which is introducing a new aircraft to its fleet this week, says it spent months preparing for de-icing operations at key cold weather airports. That preparation already being put to the test. A blast of bitter cold and snow wreaking havoc across the Northeast. On Sunday, more than 10,000 flights delayed and another 1,500 canceled.
I've been in JFK now for 12 hours.
The Fryer family is heading to California with 4 kids and 2 goals in mind. Get to the airport and depart on time.
You can pay for your bags ahead of time. You can check in ahead of time. You can make sure your seats are where they need to be ahead of time.
Weather isn't the only pressure on the system this holiday season. Air traffic controller shortages remain a concern, with the FAA saying Monday it plans to hire another 2,200 plus trainees in 2026. In the meantime, officials say
the best way to ensure a smooth trip through the security screening process is to arrive early and be prepared,
which includes bringing a real ID or passport to avoid hiccups at security. Still, the vast majority of Americans will hit the road to reach their holiday destination, thanks in part to an early Christmas gift at the pump. The national average for a gallon of gas dropping below $3 this month for the first time in 4 years.
We filling up a whole tank for less than $40 tonight.
While holiday cheer at some airports has come in the form of Hertz's so-called Gold Squad, de-stressing travelers ahead of takeoff.
And that was NBC's Emily Akeda reporting. Yeah, with kids just a few days away from being on winter break, Canalside is offering a full lineup to parents and their kids so that they've got something to do. Daybreak's Natalie Foss was there earlier this morning.
We're in the full holiday spirit here at the ice at Canalside. I'm here with Michelle Sigatello from the Buffalo Waterfront. Michelle, tell me about some of the fun things that are happening as we head into winter break.
Yeah, so starting this weekend, we've got Jingle Bell Rock the Ice on Saturday from 6 to 9. That's one of our biggest, best events of the year down here. We've got Santa, Pip the Penguin's going to be here on site, photo ops, DJ, fireworks. If you wear something festive, you get $1 off admission. So we really got the whole 9 coming on Saturday. And then winter break, we've extended hours. We're open from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Awesome, Michelle, thank you. I'm going to come over here, show you one of these igloos that they've got. And inside we have Michaela from Highmark. Hi, Michaela. Oh my gosh. Well, we're going to sit down and enjoy with you. So, Michaela, we were talking about some of the fun things that you guys have going on here at the Ice at Canal side. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's so many great opportunities down at the Ice at Canal side, and specifically community-based. We recently did a Buffalo Bills skate with Joshua Palmer, wide receiver, that raised $1,700 for the university school. We gave out BPS vouchers so students and teachers can skate for free. And now you can come on down to the Ice at Canal side and donate $1, $3, or $5 for our Hungry campaign that donates funds back to our local food pantries.
Awesome. Thanks, Michaela. Thank you, Michelle. And if you are interested in coming down here, maybe perhaps over winter break, it's a great way to get outside, get active, and enjoy the winter here in Buffalo. Live and on your side at Canal Side, Natalie Foss, Channel 2 News.
Great idea, Natalie. Thank you. And stay with us. We will talk sports and more weather coming up after the break. Stay with us. Hi, Patrick. We're going
the flow
over
has been tamed.
Yes, we're going over scheduling. I keep Patrick's schedule. I'm like, Patrick, you're supposed to be here at 9:30 and here at 10:30.
I'm like, okay, when's my haircut? When's my wife's birthday?
The haircut is today.
How'd you know?
See, I know everything.
I have a haircut at 2:30 today.
I know.
Is
this
this
what
a problem?
I do.
How in the world do you know that? Okay, carry on.
Let's talk. I don't know when Matt Prater or Tyler Bass or who's the new guy, when he's going to get a haircut. So many kickers on the team. Ray Davis is not the kicker. I was really hoping he'd step in again to be the emergency kicker.
There's a lot of talk about that, but what you're doing, you're putting him more at risk, for potential injury.
Yeah, we don't want him to.
But this is the other thing to think about. Do we really need one? If you just score touchdowns and go for 2-point conversions, let's just go.
Actually, Elliot said to me, he's like, I bet Josh Allen could be the kicker. He could do anything. I bet he could do it. I bet he could too.
His cape might get in the way.
Right, maybe. We wouldn't want him to trip on that. Right. We are expected to hear from Sean McDermott later today. He'll talk to reporters right around noon. But right now the team is gearing up to face the Browns in Cleveland. Now they rank 3rd in the league in total defense. They have the top ranked pass defense. However, they do rank 14th against the run, which could bode well for James Cook. The Browns defensive unit is spearheaded by defensive end Myles Garrett, who is having one of the greatest seasons of all time. He's just a sack away from tying the regular season record currently held by Michael Strahan and TJ Watt, but hopefully he doesn't break that record against the Bills. We wouldn't want to see that happen.
The funny thing is there's rumors that Josh Allen may do what Brett Favre did when Strahan was going for his record. As he's approaching, Brett Favre just took a knee and said, just have it. Really? I want you to have the sack, and I don't want to get hit by you. Yeah. But it was kind of like a statement to say, you know what, I'm gonna give up a play to give you the. No, he would have gotten sacked.
I know, but is that as meaningful?
I think it's kind of a.
I don't know.
I think it's a stud move. I think it's kind of
a stud move by Favre, but you'd think that Strahan would want to have really good tape of this was it. This was my record-breaking sack.
Well, again, nobody else has done this. Only Favre did this for any other record.
And you could see Josh Allen doing it because he's such a
and give him a hug afterwards. That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
we'll see Sunday.
We shall see. Yeah, that's on Sunday. And as we were just mentioning, the kicker is what everyone's kind of talking about right now. They signed a new guy to the practice squad, Michael Badgley. He played in 7 games for the Colts this season.
14
years old?
Yeah. Do you see that picture of him?
Yeah, he does have a baby face.
Oh my goodness.
But he's played for a while in the league.
Yeah, that's true.
So this year with the Colts, he made 10 of 11 field goals. Again, Matt Prater is ruled out for Sunday with a quad injury. Tyler Bass is out for the season on IR. So that means Badgley, who just tried out yesterday, will likely be playing for the team on Sunday. Okay.
Too bad about Prater. I mean, he was kind of a great story.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's just
extra points all the time. Wasn't that great?
A lot of doinks. We'll see.
Hopefully he'll be better soon.
That's it.
Okay. New era for the Buffalo Sabres and their fans. We've heard from the team's new general manager yesterday. Jarmo Kekalainen, and he spoke about his promotion. He also spoke about the firing of former GM Kevin Adams, and our Channel 2 sports reporter Jonathan Acosta was there breaking down that press conference and what the new GM's goals are for the team.
The start of a new era of Sabres hockey here in downtown Buffalo. Terry Pegula in attendance at KeyBank Center to introduce Jarmo Kekalainen as the newest general manager of the Buffalo Sabres. Kekalainen taking over for the fired Kevin Adams, who was in the role of GM for over 5 seasons but could not get the Sabres to the playoffs, part of what is now a 14-year playoff drought. In Kekalainen's introductory press conference, he said he told the players to not worry about that, to worry about the present, that this team has a lot of talent to flip the script.
Well, the one thing we talked about when I talked to the team is that it's not their fault, the 14 years that people keep talking about. We're going to focus on today. What can we do today to get better, whether it's on individual level or as a team? And we're going to focus on today. We don't even want to look too much into the future. We got a lot of hockey left this year. I think we can do special things with this team.
Kekalainen said that he believes this is close to being a playoff team, and he believes they can make the playoffs as soon as this season. The Sabres' first game under Kekalainen's tenure, Flyers at home here Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. On your site here at KeyBank Center, Jonathan Acosta, Channel 2 Sports.
Well, you wonder what he's going to do to make it a playoff team. Like, okay, changing the brass is one thing, but what are they going to do to get the team to really start winning?
Right.
However, the timing is strange with the Sabres finally getting their first win streak of the season, 3 games in a row, and then you get rid of Kevin Adams. So obviously this decision was made a long time ago, and actually when they brought Jarmo Kekalainen in for whatever his role was before
kind of
the GM, Pete said, he was like, well, he's going to be the next Kevin Adams.
Right.
So I think a lot of people probably knew that that's why he was brought in the first place. But the question is now, what happens with Lindy Ruff? Is he going to keep his job? Yeah, he's, beloved in this town. People love Lindy, but the general manager makes a lot of decisions, but so does the coach. So I don't know. You can't have a winning team if you don't have the play on the ice and the right players and the right plays. And so let's see what happens.
And Paul Hamilton here on the I don't know if it was yesterday or the day before, was saying that after the Flyers game, before they went on the road trip, that loss, he said that the locker room just looked deflated. Like they had run its course.
And you can't lose the locker room.
Right.
We saw that with Jack Eichel and so many other players after that.
Now,
If players just don't want to be here, the team is not going to win.
Yeah. And it was just more like another loss. So, I don't know if it meant they don't want to be here, but it was just like, how long, like what's going, it's like enough. Right. But then they go on the road trip, have 3 losses out of the gate. That was like, oh God. And then they win 3 in a row. So, well, maybe it's the right path.
Yes. So they play tomorrow, 7 or 7:30, back here at home. And so we will see this first game under the Kekalainen era. All right, stay with us. We got a lot more coming up, including the word of the year, according to Merriam-Webster Dictionary. Do you know what it is?
Riz?
That was a couple years ago.
Oh, was that really one?
Yeah. Patrick with all the riz. Charisma. We'll be right back.
Is that it?
That's what charisma means. No.
I thought that was the word. Charisma.
A well-known North Buffalo restaurant is shutting its doors at the end of the month. This is the Garage Bar and Restaurant. It's on Hurdle, and it made the announcement this week. The owner said on social media that they're retiring from the restaurant business and thanked their customers for their support. The restaurant will host a final Sunday brunch on December 28th. Also, pretty well-known brunch and diner, well-known for their cinnamon rolls. I'm all into good, homemade cinnamon rolls, and I haven't been there, but I see it all the time on social, so now I feel bad that I haven't been there. Maybe try to make it out before.
What's that place? Speaking of cinnamon rolls, what's that place?
Kayleen and Marie's.
I didn't even have to say it. She knew what I was talking about.
Oh.
In Orchard Park.
Okay.
They're like this big.
Not an ad. Not an ad.
But they're pretty grand.
But my goodness gracious.
Yeah.
The cinnamon rolls are the size of your head.
Yeah.
But they also have, this is so brilliant. What's the best part of the cinnamon roll, Patrick?
The frosting.
No. The middle.
Sorry.
The middle.
Oh, where it gets all squishy and soggy.
Okay,
and.
So they have just the middles.
Oh my God.
Where you can buy just the middle part. Because the outside is all right.
I don't want to waste my time.
Right.
I want to get to the center.
Unwrap the outside so you can get the middle gooiness. And they have that where you can just buy the middle.
That is like the best part of life, really, that center.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, with and dip it in the extra frosting.
Oh.
So anyway.
We sidetrack. Anyway.
There are lovely places around West New York to get really good
those are pretty
cinnamon rolls.
good. Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm super hungry. Okay. Word of the year. Not Riz.
It's not Riz.
Might not be on your bingo card. I don't know. But
what?
You're reading the prompter too quickly. I'm not there yet. Editors at Merriam-Webster Dictionary have made their choice. Have you heard? It's slop.
Well, I use that to describe like like snow and rain combo. It's like really sloppy.
Sloppy. Yep.
Or there's just a lot of slop out there.
Right.
So what does it mean?
But if you were internet savvy, the word means digital content of low quality that gets a lot of looks because it's made by AI. So Patrick, all the slop is on your feeds all the time, and you talk about it, and you're like, did you see this? Did you see this? I'm like, no, that's slop. That's junk. It's not real. It's clickbait, and it's made by AI, but it's like, did you see that Josh and Haley did this? And it wasn't
It's
real.
not just the video part of it, it's just the subject matter. Okay.
Yep, low quality content made by AI.
I fall for that all the time.
And actually, I've not really heard that word before.
I have not.
I've heard about it.
I know what it is, but I've never heard it.
You know it when you see it.
Right.
And the problem is when people see it and they don't know that it's fake, and then they share it, and then when you click on it once,
you're done.
It's all
opens
in
the gate.
your
Opens
algorithm,
the gate. Right.
and it's all.
Okay, so is that when I go onto Facebook, half the stories are completely false.
Right, so you can click
like
the
Josh
three
Allen's
dots
been
and
traded
say,
to the
like,
Cleveland
see less
Browns.
or unfollow or see less.
Yeah, it's like, why? I don't want to go on there.
But you don't want to click the story in order to unclick it or to see if it's, because just clicking it, just even talking about it right now.
Well, because Facebook knows our phones hear us.
Everything.
Right.
Okay, so that is the word of the year.
Slop.
Yeah, everything AI.
I wonder if my kids know what that. I'm gonna text them.
Okay.
No, I guess I'll.
We can.
No, I mean they're of that age. 17, 19. Is that a word that's popular amongst the younger set? I don't know.
I don't know.
I've never heard it.
We learn a lot from these kids these days.
We sure do.
Okay, so with the holidays here, many of us might feel happiness. Most of us are feeling stress and anxiety. For some, getting together with friends or family who have different political views can be very challenging as well. So in today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither talks to a therapist about how to set clear, healthy boundaries.
It's a time of togetherness, joining with family and friends to celebrate the holidays. But it can also be a season of worry and dread.
Boundaries are really important for maintaining and protecting our peace.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein with Children's Healthcare of Atlanta says setting a boundary isn't about creating distance. It's about staying connected, but with healthy limits. So she says to be proactive and use clear language to set a boundary before they get together in order to avoid conflict. And keep that message consistent. For example, that a certain topic is off limits. And then accept that you can only control your response to things.
We also spend a lot of mental energy thinking about what the other person is doing, but we don't have control over them.
Baumstein says you don't have to explain why you're saying no to an invitation you feel you can't handle. Again, use clear language. But if you do go to an event, be prepared to enforce your boundaries. For example, if someone brings up a topic you've deemed off limits, you might start with a gentle reminder, but also have a plan on how you'll handle the situation if your boundaries are violated.
If it comes up again, I'm going to end the conversation. Or if it comes up again, I'm going to leave the room. Or if needed, if it comes up again, I'm going to leave.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
That sounds good. If it comes up again, I'm going to leave. Can you really leave? You just have to, I don't know. The holidays are tricky.
They are. But hey, if a therapist tells me it's right, it's probably, I follow mine.
To remove yourself from the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get into it. Anything political or controversial,
It's so sad to see how much it has divided families. It's really awful. So focus on the good. Find something positive and focus on good conversation that's not controversial.
There we go.
Weather.
My mother-in-law was here, and she's got beliefs. So I thought we had some time to.
We have like a minute.
Okay. Anyway, she has these really hot takes about controversial things.
Sure.
Granted, she's a little older, so her filter is lower. But it was like she wanted to engage other people by having these thoughts about things. And it was just like, we had to kind of set a boundary with her. Because it was like, it makes it uncomfortable.
Right.
When you don't want to, discuss things of political nature or whatnot.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. That's all I have to say about that.
Maybe just bringing it up was controversial, but I'm just telling you. Peggy, we can't talk about those things. Anyway.
Peggy's in Houston now. Peggy's not with us any longer here in Buffalo. Peggy and her hot takes. We'll FaceTime for that. Bye, everybody. Have a great day.